Hello everybody, Captain Marty here. It is Friday, April the 4th, and I am reporting live from beautiful downtown Ocracoke. Got lots of stuff, a lot of things to talk to you about in the fishing report. I'll be back to do that in just a moment.
Looking for adventure? Head to Pirates Cove Marina in Manteo, where exciting charter fishing meets waterfront vibes. Whether you're a seasoned angler or a first-timer, enjoy offshore, nearshore, and inlet trips with expert crews and quality boats. Need fuel? Pirates Cove offers diesel and non-ethanol gas. Need rods, reels, bait, tackle, and marine supplies? Pirates Cove has that too. Visit their ship store for premium sunglasses, exclusive Pirates Cove gear, and unique gifts. After your trip, relax with snacks, cold drinks, and stunning marina views. Book your charter today at fishpiratescove.com or stop by for a day of adventure, shopping, and relaxation. Catch the big one and make unforgettable memories at Pirates Cove Marina in Manteo.
Scrambling around to different stores, in and out of the car multiple times to make sure you have everything you need for the beach, that can be such a hassle. But not with the Breeze Through in Avon. Breeze Through is your one stop for gas, beer, drinks, ice, sandwiches, snacks, coffee, sunscreen, and the best part, you don't even have to get out of your vehicle. That's right, just sit tight. Breeze Through will bring everything you need right to your car. Looking for a keg for a special event or gathering? Breeze Through is the only store on Hatteras Island who sells them. Breeze Through Avon, milepost 55, and online at breezethroughobx.com.
Okay, well, like always, we start with the offshore fishing. I had a really nice visit yesterday with Stevie Wilson, captain of the Dream Girl, and we were talking a lot about sword fishing. Man, that man has a passion for what he does, and sword fishing is a tough sport. He's really good at it, and he will be sharing some of that story on other podcasts coming up as we're down here collecting some stories in Ocracoke. But offshore fishing in general, in Hatteras, we still have the small bluefin tunas, a few blackfin tunas, and some of the first king mackerel of the year are showing up. And then again, historically, the best bluefin tuna fishing we've ever seen in, well, at least in my time on the Outer Banks, which goes back to the early 1970s, 500-pound, 600-pound, 700-pound bluefin tuna caught almost every day. Now, this is all catch and release because the season has closed, but it's really, well, people come from all over the world. We have people from Japan. We have people from South Africa, all over Europe, and these people come here, and most of them come through a tackle shop in the Bronx of North Carolina, believe it or not. And he sends those people down here. They book boats like Captain Ned Ashby on my old boat, the Sea Breeze. They book 20 and 30 days at a time and go out there and catch these big tuna on light tackle. It's crazy. But it's really what puts us on the map fishing-wise. So we don't have much in the way of intermediate fishing going on as far as inside of the Gulf Stream up to the beach. But along the beach, we have some very good fishing. Now, I also had the pleasure of meeting a new as a owner of the Trade Winds Tackle Shop, but a returning sponsor of mine, which is Trade Winds. They are in Ocracoke. They're a really great tackle shop. Jeremy Reynolds been there about 15 months now, took over for our old friend Alan, and does a great job. He was telling me that they're having a nice mix of red drum and yearling drum, 30 to 39 inches. They're also catching some bluefish, a lot of sea mullet being caught, and they're good sized sea mullet, and keeping everybody kind of busy. And Jeremy right there is probably one of my favorite tackle shops. If you're in Ocracoke, everything starts from the south and works north. So this is the time when Ocracoke really shines, and Jeremy and his crew over at Trade Winds will get you set up and put you fishing a lot more affordable than you might think. Further up the beach, we have a lot of stuff going on. We've had some ribbon fish already in the Nags Head area. We have several places where we've had good sea mullet bites. We've had some big drum, and you've probably heard about another world-class bit of news. Jeanette's Pier, earlier this week, actually on Monday, they were catching or fighting bluefin tuna from the pier, and they were getting tore to pieces. Nobody ever landed one. They lost all the tackle they had fighting these 100-pound tunas off the end of the pier, but they did catch and release some big drum right in the middle of that. So, I mean, it may be the early part of April, but fishing has been good already. That's a great sign. So we'll take a little break right here, and I'll be right back to talk to you about the backcountry fishing.
Real. That's the first word that comes to mind when I think about Outland Seafood in Mans Harbor. Yeah, they're the first and last place you see coming to and leaving the Outer Banks on Highway 64 in Dare County, but they're also real when it comes to fresh local seafood. Troy Outland, real. Curtis and Josh, real. The indoor crab shedders, real. Stop by and see for yourself right next to White Shopping Center and check them out on social media. Outland Seafood in Mans Harbor, real.
All right, in the backcountry, we have a little bit of stuff going on. We've been talking almost every day to Gray Davis of Hide Guides, and he is telling me about a two-pronged attack. Striped bass on the decline up in the Albemarle Sound. Those fish are moving, as I think I understood him say, they're moving back to the ocean. And where he was catching 25 to 40 a day, they're catching 10 to 20 now. All of that catch and release as that season remains closed. But it dropped down into the Pamlico Sound. We're having a good sign of puppy drum. And one of the reasons we're having that already is because the bait. He told me that the mullet in the creeks over on the Hyde County side of the Sound, the creeks are just full of bait. And the drummer over there in those estuaries feeding like crazy. So that's why we're seeing more and more activity at Long Shoal, Paynes Bay. All those areas on the Stumpy Point Highway are starting to fire up now. So it might be a good time to go over and do that. And all that leaves us with now is a little bit of freshwater fishing. We've had really good, I think this is an oxymoron, but we've had really good crappie fishing. So that's what I'm saying. That's a speckled perch, but in North Carolina we call them crappie. In Virginia they call them crappie. But anyway, that's the hardest fish I've ever caught in my life. Well, actually, I've never caught one, so that's why they're so hard. But I tried. I've been like 6 times, had my minnows, did everything just right, go over in the ditch where they're supposed to be spawning, and don't even get a bite. I think it's easier to catch an 800-pound marlin than to catch a crappie. I'm just not very good at crappie fishing. So anyway, that would be pretty much long and short. A lot of largemouth bass up in Duck and Southern Shores. A friend of mine caught 30 the other day, including a 7.5 pounder, and that's in the canals in Southern Shores. That's weird, but that's where they're at, and you might want to give that a try. So that is all I have. I'm having fun in Ocracoke, behaving myself so far, and we'll keep you posted as we get through the weekend and talk to you again on Monday with our weekend wrap-up.